position.
A few more cars coming under the City of Cape Town Bridge. Here comes Andrew Rackstraw, RDSA, Race Driver SA, and he'll be there in that second pole. Other Race Driver SA car behind him, he's a 27 of Storm Lanfear, and I do not see Byron Mitchell.
I think he is coming. I saw him going out there as DJ Boyson, Frankie, gets just pushed back into his grid position. Those, of course, are all VW Reynards that will have the top three. Then the Formula Ford there of Storm Lanfear. That will be, well, he's slated for 5th position.
Well, I'm scanning the racetrack, Byron. I don't see Byron Mitchell's car out there anywhere. And he's supposed to be in pole position. And everything seems quiet out there. The marshals are waiting for Richard Carr to take up his grid slot, which he has now done. And Byron Mitchell has, I don't quite know if you saw him go out of pit lane, but
I did see him go out of pit lane. That's the thing, Frankie. He turned out of pit lane, and what happens is, I know Gordon Mitchell was telling me earlier on that they had to sort the fuel pressure out in that Reynard, on that Reynard. It was running at 6 bar. And
you think he might have pulled off somewhere, because he's not out there, that's for sure.
He's coming in the pits, Frankie, as
okay,
Tiny told us. But here we go now, Frankie. We watch the lights. Of course, we're going to have, not the lights yet, we're going to have the 5-second board. 1 minute to go. And ready or not, here we come. I can tell you that much. Lights on. And lights will go out now. And a lot of wheel spin there off the line for Andrew Rackstraw, who will not take the lead. It will be DJ Boyson that will be taking the whole shot into turn 1. The 2 Reynards go in there. Then the Formula Ford there of Lanfear will follow suit. That's the top 3 in there. Remember, all of them Class S at the top there. Then we have a bit of a gap already. And then Zayna Munson leads the V's off. But a bad start there, Frankie, from Kelly Fletcher, almost towards the tail of the field.
A bad, even worse start for Darren Liebenberg. He's right at the tail end of the field in that Formula M car. And I think he almost stole that thing on the line. And now he's hooked up there onto the back of those Formula V's as he's going to try and cut and carve his way through there as they work their way out of Interceptor Corner. Out of Interceptor Corner, that's turn 3 to go. Up the Malmesbury Straight, the Tygerberg Straight, I should say, towards turn 4. Out of Cyril Sweep they come, down the back main. It is down the back straight they go now. The leaders are heading into turn 5, into a Fostron corner at this point in time. And DJ Boyson has got the lead there over Andy Rackstraw as they head out of turn 5, work their way through the kink, and onto the home straight to complete the opening lap.
It will be a 10-lap race, so 9 laps left to go. It is DJ Boyson that comes across the line, and closing on him there, 7/10 of a second, is Andrew Rackstraw for now. Lanfear looking to be on his own at the moment, but look here now, is Zayna Munson will come across the line, followed then by Richard Carr. Richard Carr will be second, and then there's a lovely little battle of cars over here. Kelly Fletcher is currently now in 3rd at the moment, fighting back, but fighting with Darren Liebenberg at the moment, and Liebenberg will get it into turn 1 here at the moment and keep it ahead. Remember, the only Class C runner in this race.
Well, as they make their way up the Joubert Straight towards turn number 2, Darren Liebenberg has gone past 5 cars. He had a horrible start. Yes, he leads his class, but he's gone past 5 cars. Watch it, Formula M pull away there from those other Formula Vs as they work their way through the kink, that group, into turn 3, into Interceptor Corner, and he will now have missile lock on the cars ahead of him. There are 2 Formula Vs that are ahead of him that's working their way out of turn number 4, out of Cyril Sweep. They come down the back main, and he'll have a missile lock there on Zayna Munson leads, and Richard Carr, that's the man that Liebenberg will be targeting now as they head down the back straight towards turn 5 Fostron.
A 1 minute 12.111 for Andrew Rackstraw, fastest lap of the race, and only a smidgen, 0.06 of a second faster on that lap than DJ Boyson. It's still 0.7 of a second between them, but DJ Boyson, they're swapping those sector times, Frankie.
Yeah, the cameraman will pick them up now as they're making their way through the kink, and they're heading into turn number 3, into a Fostron corner. out of Fastron, sorry, Interceptor, out of Interceptor corner they come, working their way up the Tygerberg straight into turn number 4. Saddle sweep, the double right-hander, that's the overall lead down the back main. It's been led there by DJ Boyson, right on his heels is Andrew Rackstraw. Down the back main they go, and one gets the feeling, Byron, that Rackstraw was waiting for the right time to pounce as they work their way out of turn number 5, out of Fastron corner.
They'll run it to the line, Frankie. 7/10 of a second between them the last time around as they cross the line. It's going to be much closer now. He's touching the back, the gearbox of the car in front of him. They cross the line now, and it is 0.05 of a second. He'll go on the inside for turn 1, and he will take the lead. Rackstraw doing it quite nice and neatly over there, but let's see a fight back there from DJ Boyson as they come out of turn 1 and head to turn 2.
Well, that's game, set, and match as far as I'm concerned as they work their way into turn number 2 into Quarry Corner, and you'll see that Rackstraw will now pull away there from Boyson as they work their way through the kink and race down to Interceptor Corner. That's turn number 3. Let's have a look what's coming down the main straight. Nothing at this point in time. Here they come. Here comes a following group under the City of Cape Town Bridge, working their way into turn number 1, and Zaina Munson has got Darren Liebenberg behind him, followed there by Richard Carr. Now Liebenberg lunges up on the inside, and Darren Liebenberg, Byron, not only leads class, but he's got ahead of all the Formula V cars now as they work their way towards turn 2.
Well, basically his job is now done, Frankie, because all he needs to do is keep it ahead of them for overall honours. Actually, I lie, it's not done quite yet, because Richard Carr is going on the inside and taking the lead of the Formula V class there, Frankie, in turn 2. What a wonderful opportunist move over there. He used of course, the Formula M in the workings there.
Right, so out of turn 3 they come now out of Interceptor Corner, and Liebenberg leads those 3 cars that you see going into Saddle Sweep, but we do have a new leader in Class V, and it's Richard Carr that's got his nose ahead there of Zaina Munson as they make their way down the back straight heading towards turn number 5, Pertamina Fastron.
6 laps left to go, Frankie, including the one we are currently on at the moment. They've crossed the line, looking for our leaders here. I think they have now going to come into the saddle sweep. Of course, that's turn 4. And onto turn 4 they'll run. They're going to start lapping some cars now, and already it's 0.9 of a second between Andy Rackstraw and DJ Boyson the last time around. Blue flags will be frantically waving in turn 5, Pertamina Fastron.
Heading back into turn number 1, Richard Carr and Zaina Munson's having their own little fight once again. Oh, Richard Carr overcooks it. Oh. Richard Carr overcooks it. He loses the lead. He goes off the circuit, but luckily for him, no harm done. He'll sit second in the Formula V category as they head now towards turn number 2, but he's lost a lot of ground now, Byron. He's right there. Well, lost a lot of ground to Zaina Munson.
Yeah, he has, Frankie. Zaina Munson still keeping them inside. Of course, Liebenberg inside as they go through turn 3 now. Out of, is that Kelly Fletcher slowing down through the kink towards turn 3? I think it is.
Yeah, I think she's just allowing those Class S cars through, just keeping right out the way. She picks up the pace again now. She just allowed Rackstraw and Boyson to go through. But behind Kelly Fletcher, Byron, there's another lovely fight heading towards Saddle Sweep, turn 4.
That's the Donovan Ramsey, Nick van der Westhuizen, Luan van der Westhuizen run there, Frankie. They'll come through turn 4, Saddle, van der Merwe sweep. And look at this now. He's going to try and keep Luan right behind him. Of course, that will be Donovan Ramsey. And then it will be Luan van Heerden going onto his inside before turn 5, Pertamina Fastron. And that, remember, is the battle for 4th place in the Formula V class. As there are 4 laps now left to go as the leaders cross the line. 2.5 seconds between Rackstraw and DJ Boyson.
Yeah, Kelly Fletcher making her way past us, and then we've got this fight that's coming through towards us here now, and that's going to be a very good one, as that's Ramsey that leads that group into turn number 1, followed there by Nick van der Westhuizen, and Luan van Heerden has a look up as well as they exit turn number 1, and that's a lovely Van Heerden goes up on the inside. Oh, Van der Westhuizen, and Van der Westhuizen, as they work their way towards turn 2, loses that position to Van Heerden. Van Heerden's late on the brakes. Will he overcook it going into turn 2? No, he doesn't, but he does go a touch wide. and he's opened the door again there for Nick van der Westhuizen.
Closest battle on the circuit at the moment. They head to now Interceptor corner, turn 3. They are nose to tail, and it is now again going to be van der Westhuizen that leads in that white VW Omega as he goes now ahead of the Nick van der Westhuizen V Lantis. And now going down the straight as we do, Kelly Fletcher still 4th in class at this time. 3 laps left to go. Andy Rackstraw has just crossed the line, and he crosses at 3.6 seconds ahead of DJ Boyson. Storm Lanphier still holds 3rd at the moment there, Frankie, in the Formula Ford, but he is well and truly back and has a few cars still to lap.
Yeah, the leader of Class C is making his way into turn number 1, and that's the Formula M of Darren Liebenberg, as they exit turn number 1, and directly behind him is the Formula V leader, and that is Zyna Munson. And Munson looks up on the inside. Zyna Munson makes the move there on Darren Liebenberg as they exit turn 2, but that won't bother Darren that much. He leads his class, and he's the only Class C car in there. And going into Interceptor corner now, turn 3, it is Liebenberg that fights right back there and takes that position away from Zyna Munson.
Oh, they'll now head onto the Tygerberg straight, Frankie, and towards turn 4. Supersaddle sweep, I can tell you that much. And that's the closest battle on the circuit. One of the closest battles on the circuit. The other one is the Nick van der Westhuizen, Luan van Heerden battle, all the way down in the Formula V section. Of course, 5th and 6th in the Formula V class as they do. Reino Pence further back, not in the picture. Sadly, Byron Mitchell having to pull it into the pits and not take any further part in this race. The big shock of the day.
Well, we've got 2 laps to go, and 1:11.200 is the fastest time out there by car 40. That's race leader Andrew Rackstraw. He's the man that sits out there in P1, and he's got the quickest time. But Byron, once again, there's a fight heading into turn number 1. There's a fight heading into turn number 1, and it's the Formula M of Liebenberg, and he gets overtaken by the leading Formula V car of Munson as they exit turn 1 and work their way up towards turn 2.
They got this and the next lap left to go, so Liebenberg is going to now fancy himself another move, surely, before the end of the race. Meanwhile, here comes the gaggle of Formula Vs, of course, fighting over in the turn 1 section now. And they are now being lapped by that Formula Ford of Storm Lanphier, who is a distant 3rd place in that Mygale, and quite a bit ahead there of the Zyna Munson Darren Liebenberg battle. Meanwhile, though, it's still Donovan Ramsey that heads that little small battle ahead there of Nick van der Westhuizen and Luan van Heerden as the last lap has been started.
Yeah, the last lap has begun. The leader's now making his way into turn number 2. And that is your overall leader coming out of turn number 2 for Race Driver SA. That is Andrew Rackstraw. That's the man that's heading through the kink and making his way now towards turn number 3. Out of turn 3 he comes now. He's got less than a half a lap to go. We'll pick up all the others as he races up the Tygerberg Straight towards the highest part of the circuit. Turn 4, the double right-hander, Sarl sweep. Down the back main he goes as he ends sector 2 now and starts sector 3, working his way down the back main, and he has got a massive lead on DJ Boyson, that's in that 2nd position. So the checkered flag is out, Byron, and bring Andrew Rackstraw to the line.
Andrew Rackstraw takes fastest lap on the last lap as well. The cars ahead of him won't bother him at all, and he crosses the line to take victory. A 1:10.910, his fastest time, his fastest lap, and DJ Boyson will follow him home shortly. We just wait for him to come along. But Storm Lanphier will be 3rd. Let's see where we all are. Here comes, of course, now that is Reino Pence finishing in 11th. He's 11th and lapped twice. And then down the straight now is Liebenberg ahead of Munson once more. So down the back straight, they will then run. Yep. Towards the line, and looks like Munson, of course, he's the only man in Class C.
Right, down into turn number 5 goes that fight. Out of turn 5 they come now, and well,
we watch now, so green flag. Okay, it is the section over there now. We'll see on the start finish. Here comes our 4th place man and the winner of Class C, and our 5th place man and the winner of the Class V in the Repsol Lantis. Of course, that's Darren Liebenberg, Zane Amundsen. Here comes our 3rd place man, Storm Landfield. What happened to DJ Boyson? I saw green flags were waving at the exit of turn 5, Frankie. Green. I don't know if DJ Boyson maybe...
You mean yellow?
No, green flags to signify the end, of course, to signify the end of a yellow flag zone. So I'm trying to think now, there were yellow flags waving into turn 5.
Yes.
So
Fletcher crosses the line. Then we have got the next 3 cars. Sorry, Byron. And that was Ramsey right behind him, Van der Westhuizen, and right behind him it is Luan van Dien. I do apologize, but that was a fight for...